Welcome back to another episode of Source Wisdom. I'm your host, Maura, and today we're diving into a topic that affects countless people: narcissists and how to deal with them, or rather, how to break free of them. If you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, whether romantic, familial, friendly, or professional, you know how deep and painful these experiences can be. Narcissists are true masters of manipulation. They twist facts, play the victim, and are so charismatic that you often wonder if you're the problem. But the far more important question is, why did you end up in this dynamic? And in this episode, we're not just going to talk about how to recognize them, but more importantly, about what's behind this experience for you. Why did you enter into this kind of relationship? What is life, or your soul, trying to show you through this? Almost everyone has encountered a narcissist at some point in their life. They are people whose entire existence revolves around themselves. They are masters of manipulation, twisting words and facts solely to present themselves in a better light. The lies are so convincing that they not only deceive others effortlessly, but often believe them themselves. They always portray themselves as victims, while in reality they are the ones causing harm, often without remorse or guilt. They slowly break down their victim's self-esteem until you start doubting yourself. So from the outside, they often appear loving, charismatic, and empathetic. They tell dramatic stories about their difficult past, about ex-partners who treated them so badly, about injustices they've suffered without taking responsibility. But all of this serves just one purpose: to evoke sympathy and gain control over you. Because as soon as you emotionally step into their world, the game of lies, emotional pressure, and manipulation begins. And the worst part, you won't notice it right away. They can maintain the mask for a long time, but eventually it starts to crack. Once their game is exposed, they react with defiance, aggression, or even stronger manipulation. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions, they blame others and once again portray themselves as victims of circumstances. This toxic dynamic becomes especially evident in relationships. While outsiders may quickly sense that something is off for the person trapped in the relationship, it's much harder to break free from the illusion. Narcissists know exactly how to wrap people around their fingers, whether through declarations of love, promises, or playing the victim. If you feel that something is off in your relationship, listen to your intuition. It's natural to ignore the signs at first. After all, they are masters at making you believe the problem lies within you, not them. You start questioning what you're doing wrong, while your self-confidence slowly crumbles. One huge thing is that they will never take responsibility for any of their actions. Even if you confront them with their lies or manipulative behavior, they will find excuses, create counter-arguments, and try to convince you that you are the one in the wrong. Narcissists are incapable of self-reflection. Instead, they divert attention from their mistakes by blaming others, twisting circumstances, or claiming they didn't know any better. While that may be true that we don't know any better, we as humans, there's so much more behind it. So they will never make you happy or truly acknowledge your needs. And once you recognize this, it's time to take action. But be warned, they will do everything to keep you trapped in the web of manipulation. So what can you do? You need to start to listen to your gut feeling and recognize the patterns. Recognize the patterns in your whole life. And don't let guilt or false promises manipulate you, because now it's only about you. We're always pointing a finger towards ourselves, and look within ourselves to see what's going on. So set clear boundaries for yourself and stand by that decision. And speak openly about your feelings. And most importantly, seek support. To understand the deeper reason for this experience, ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? Where have I failed to set clear boundaries? What deeper emotional wound is being triggered? The more you understand what is going on in this dynamic, the easier it will be to break free for you, the easier to understand why this is happening to you. And it's not happening to you, it's actually happening for you. So I will explain to you later on why this is happening for you. So the true liberation, like the true freedom of everything, always starts within you. You can't change external things if you try to change them. You need to start looking within, to start shifting that, and then the world will mirror it back to you. So if you're in a so-called toxic relationship, it's crucial to reconnect with yourself. What do you need? What truly makes you happy? What is actually keeping you truly in this relationship? Most people stay because they hope something will change. But the thing is, this hope is often an illusion if you don't have the tools. The more you suppress your own needs to please someone else, the more you will lose yourself. So their demands will keep growing while your own desires fades into the background. Remember, that's a law of reflection. The world mirrors it back to you. So you can break this cycle by consciously deciding to put yourself first. The thing is, it's important to understand that what we label as a narcissist, they aren't born that way. Often it's also deep emotional wounds or past trauma that have led them to develop these destructive patterns. Sometimes the behavior is also tied to a soul contract with you, meaning there is a higher purpose behind the relationship. So no matter how much you wish for it, someone will not just change just because you want them to. They also have free will, they have to choose it themselves, but you also have to choose it within yourself first. So, why did you end up in this dynamic? And here's the most crucial question. Why is this happening to you? Many people who are trapped in such a relationship or have just come out of one ask themselves over and over again, why did I fall for them? Why didn't I see the warning signs? Why did I allow myself to be controlled for so long? Why can't I just walk away? And there are usually two main reasons why this experience has entered your life. And it can be triggering at first, but ultimately it's in your highest good to understand it and to be able to break that pattern. So it's either first through a soul contract. So before incarnating on earth, your soul chose to experience certain lessons. Some souls deliberately chose challenging relationships to master really essential themes like self-worth, self-love, boundary setting, emotional independence, and everything else. So if you keep attracting narcissists, it could be a sign that your soul is pushing you to finally learn this lesson and break free from old patterns. Now, the second option is, or main reason is, your creative field is attracting it. First of all, it's not your fault. We're not doing this to punishing you. We're doing this to empower you so that you know the reason. So, as I said before, our external life is a direct reflection of our internal state. Everything you experience on the outside is a mirror of what's stored in your creator field. Your creator field is the electromagnetic field, which is a big concoction of your thoughts, beliefs, action, and everything. So this means if you deep down believe you're not good enough, you will attract people who reinforce this belief. They will mirror it back to you. Or if you have learned that love means sacrificing for others, you will manifest a relationship that reflects this, where you have to sacrifice yourself over and over and over again. So that's exactly why it's so important to recognize these unconscious patterns and reprogram your creator field. And there's literally no shame in seeking support or understanding this, and knowing by taking responsibility within ourselves we can easily change it. In fact, it's a sign of strength. It really is a sign of strength. Because leaving these patterns, that is really difficult. We as humans are wired on a very strict pattern, and if you choose to break free of that, that shows you have so much strength. And most times it takes outside help to find the courage and the strength to break free for good. And truly, I just want to say we at Liberating Light Healing are here for you. We know exactly what to do, how to reprogram your creator field, or if you have a soul contract. And on my website, which is linked here on the podcast, you can find so much more information, and especially the opportunity for a one-on-one session. Together, we can truly uncover this situation and help you change that for you, because you can certainly break free from that pattern very easily with our help, so that you then can have an amazing relationship which you absolutely deserve. So no matter how deeply you feel trapped in a toxic relationship, you always have the power to free yourself from it and create a fulfilling life. Recognizing and really resolving that root cause of it is the key to breaking the cycle and never having to repeat it again. And you don't need to justify yourself, you don't need to feel ashamed for this. It's just a soul lesson. We've all been there. At some point we all have very traumatic events which we have to learn that lesson to get our creator field on point. So all you need is the conviction that you deserve a happy, self-empowered life. Or not even that, but just taking the action on it. So I truly wish you strength and success on your journey. And if you need help, we're always here for you. I'm always here for you. So see you in the next episode.